Hey guys, and welcome to the Talk Podcast, official podcast of Team GM. My name is Tom, and this month I'm joined with Aiden.
Big Aiden, bro. AJ Wildman.
And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your outlook, Lewis couldn't be here. So, yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, he should be here every month, but he can't even make the first one, so let's not be too hopeful here.
But anyway, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm just a tiny bit ill.
Tiny bit, just
Just a tiny bit.
Okay.
Got a bit of a coof.
Or that out of the way. So we'll just start off just saying some general stuff about channels and just anything that's happening in our lives. So all I've got written down is that we now have vlogs on GM. So I might as well talk about this now when I'll go into more detail in the update video. So how we're going to do it, we're going to have every month there's going to be 2 updates, a vlog and a podcast. That's just going to be how it is. And yeah, that's your job, isn't it, vlogs?
Yep. It's my expertise. Got a message from my mum.
just casually get a message. But yeah, have you got anything to say about your channel? I literally have nothing else to say about personal
Not really,
stuff.
but Live Life Loud is starting to upload more regularly now. There's not just one video.
And I actually have, that reminds me, I have a scheduled day for Fried Duck special uploads, though I don't have anything like ready yet, so it may be a while before that becomes an actual thing. But yeah, let's go on to the actual topics. So, gaming.
Gaming.
Also, you may realise that these are in a really stupid order. It's just the order that I wrote them in, and I've just kept it that way. So, yeah, starting with gaming. So, COD World War 2. This came out last week. As of uploading this, it'll have come out like a week and a bit ago. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You haven't.
I haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of gameplay and it looks sick. It really does.
Yeah, I've got some gameplay actually. On my channel, as of this going up, there is either a gameplay video or a review video. It depends which I edit first. But yeah, that's good. I've actually got content that's to do with Call of Duty on my Call of Duty channel, so that's always useful.
The bringing out of the new Call of Duty has just boosted your content again.
Yeah,
Like your content just went down. And
yeah,
then
I suddenly have actual ideas on what to do. But yeah, so COD World War 2, it's got a great reception. It's definitely more people have bought it than Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare combined, I believe. So that's always good. Sledgehammer's pulled it out of the bag, I suppose. And
yeah, I think it's because, like what I said in the past podcast, it's the fact that it's going back to where it originally came from. It's more of a realistic tone.
People that quit as soon as it was like Advanced Warfare or even at Ghosts, like they're coming back because they're like, oh my god, it's back to how it used to be, and yeah,
The COD Origins.
yeah.
It's an actual Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's an actual Call of Duty. It's not space warfare anymore. But yeah, that's really all I've got to say about that one. Mario Odyssey. Now, neither of us have the Switch, so neither of us have actually played this. What are your thoughts on what you've actually seen of it, though?
I don't understand.
Cool.
To me, Mario's just gone to a thing where it used to be a fun game, and now they've took so many different things.
Yeah.
And just blowing it up to too much now. If you get me. Mario fans are going to kill me for saying that, right? I'm going to get stabbed.
Probably.
But
With the blue boomerang things.
them things. That it's not just a simple game anymore. It's raging.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it looks great. I'm tempted just to get a Switch just to get that. I was going to get one to play Zelda, but like I've kind of been like I don't really care that much, but I actually want to get a Switch just to play Mario Odyssey now, so it might happen. If I ever get capture equipment, you may actually see videos on it, so yeah, that's good. Then we've got 2 things that I'm only just going to gloss over because they don't really matter. So, Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2, which I like Lego games. You like Lego games, but you don't play them that often.
Yeah, did you play the first one or not?
I didn't. I played actually no, yeah, I did play the first one on 360. I was thinking of Lego Avengers. Yeah, it was a good game. It's got to say it's a Lego game, it got really difficult. Like at one point, you gotta think this was like 4 years ago. Like I barely ever played well, I didn't barely play games, but I'd like not had an Xbox for that long, so I weren't really that used to that control scheme. So going back to it probably won't be that difficult, but yeah, I'm interested in this game. It looks good. The trailers show that it's mostly about Guardians of the Galaxy, which probably Guardians of the Galaxy 2, my favourite Marvel movie, so yeah. Moving on, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Did you play the beta?
I did play the beta, and I don't know. I can't seem to get hold of the controls or anything.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's really difficult. And
Yeah.
if you've not played the first one, you're gonna struggle to get into the second one.
The thing is though, like even playing the first one, like I bought the first one when it was on sale, not long after the beta. I've been playing it tons. It plays so differently. Like you gotta imagine. I'm gonna talk about it in like Battlefield terms now. Like the original Battlefront was more like Battlefield 3 in how you play it, and with Battlefront 2, it appears that it's a lot more like Battlefield 1 and Hardline, where it feels a bit more arcadey, but it's still like you need to be super accurate with everything. It's just it's strange. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm probably not going to pick it up for a while. So I'm sure it's the same for you if you pick it up at all. So yeah, that's really it for gaming.
So sliding over to the cinemas for the movies.
So obviously, for Ragnarok released last week, I believe.
I've heard nothing but great reviews. For
Yes,
this film.
same. But to be fair, it's coming off the back of Dark World, which a lot of people say is the worst Marvel movie. Which I didn't mind Dark World. I didn't mind the first four either. I prefer Dark World, which is a really unpopular opinion. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. As soon as I saw Planet Hulk stuff, where Hulk's a gladiator, I was just like, yeah, I'm watching this. I'm seeing this. I haven't yet, but I will, hopefully, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people like in person talking about it, and
Yeah.
there's nothing but good reviews. So
Yeah.
if there's no negativity. It's not like a mix of opinion, really.
Yeah, it's like one of the. I think it's like the third highest rated Marvel movie. So they're doing something right. Sticking with superhero stuff, we've got Justice League, which we discussed last time because the first trailer came out. Can you stop kicking that cable? Because that's really going to be picked up on the mic. But yeah, Justice League. I kind of feel the same as I did before. It'll probably be fine.
It won't be great. It'll just be okay.
Yeah, it'll be a DC film.
Yeah.
We're gonna have knockoff Iron Man in the form of Cyborg, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be enjoyable. I enjoyed Batman v Superman a lot more than I thought I would. Suicide Squad I can't stand, but yeah. Moving on from that though, we've got Coco, which is the newest Pixar film. Have you seen
I've
the trailer for
actually
this?
seen the trailer for this.
I don't know what to think about this. It's Pixar. It's going to be good, but I just can't wait for the next one. I just can't wait for Incredibles 2 because, I think you probably know, Incredibles is my favourite Pixar film.
Yeah, you do reference it a lot.
Yeah, I mean Edna Mode is in my banner on my channel. So yeah, Coco seems like it's gonna be a good film. It's Pixar. Sure, I'll enjoy it.
Well, it's Pixar. I mean, if you don't enjoy
Yeah.
a Pixar film, it's not a Pixar film.
Yeah, or it's Cars 2.
Oh, yeah.
But which I know you like, but like it's not a good film.
Oh, it's not. But it's still.
And yeah, the final thing we've got for movies is something that really surprised me when I was looking up topics. Like I seriously wasn't expecting to see this when I was just looking for like movies that have come out either in the last month or the month following, and Pokemon the movie I Choose You came up.
You know, Pokemon is so big, and it's been going for so long. Like, it's actually its own breed of company now, isn't it?
But it's like, well, obviously the people that make Pokemon is called a Pokemon company. It's like they're not hiding the fact that they are a corporation. It's like, but the weirdest thing to me with this was like because they have been releasing new movies every like year or so for quite a while now, for ages, for probably like 2 decades, probably since the anime started actually.
Yeah.
And yet this appears, from what I've seen and read about it, that it is a full reboot of the series. So this is gonna be like This is going to be like the start of everything again.
Oh god.
That's why they're calling it Pokemon the movie, because obviously the original was called Pokemon the movie. and this is just called Pokemon the Movie I Choose You. So, it appears that they are completely just restarting the Pokemon movie verse, I suppose, and yeah, it I don't care really, but it just really like it just really confused me why they're doing this and why it was such a big deal, because I've seen a lot of people talk about this, like when I've actually been looking for it, like there are a lot of people that have like done preemptive like reviews, not of the actual thing but just of their thoughts and stuff, and I feel like we've spoke too much about Pokemon the movie compared to everything else. So
It excited you the most, obviously.
I just don't understand the point of it. It's like, have you watched any of the other Pokemon films?
No, I haven't watched any of them.
Great. I haven't watched them since VHS. Like, I have like 3 of them on VHS and that's it. But yeah, I just don't get why this is a thing and why it's like why I've only just heard about it but so many people have talked about it. That's what I don't understand. Like,
how it's only just reached.
Yeah. And it comes out this month as well. Like, that's the most surprising thing. It's like, fair enough if it doesn't come out until next year, I wouldn't have heard about it probably by now. But it comes out this month. I'm like, what's going on?
Anyway,
TV,
right? Right. I got on Netflix the other day. Started watching a TV series called Glitch. It's a Netflix original thing
from 2015.
From 2015, but the new season's coming out at the end of this month.
Yeah.
And
28th is it?
25th, I think.
25th. 20 something.
It's 20 something of November.
Not sponsored by Netflix, but if you'd want to sponsor us, Netflix.
Yeah, please do.
Email me.
Yeah. Or me. Just
either of us. Email this channel.
Yeah, but it's for the name. It makes no sense about what it is.
Yeah, you had to properly describe this to me. So just do a quick summary.
So basically, loads of people who've been dead for a different range of times all come back to life at the same night.
Mhm.
And then they slowly remember who they are, and they try and find out who they was because they can't remember anything when they woke up. But to me, glitch sounds so technical.
Like when Aiden was telling me about this show, I was like, oh, is it about like hacking or something? And like it's not. It doesn't make any sense being called glitch. It sounds like something like that would be like similar to Black Mirror or something. Like, it doesn't sound like it would be what it actually is.
Like,
it just.
I get there could be a glitch in humanity or something
Yeah.
like that, but glitch to me is way too technical for the name. But I really enjoy the series. It's actually really interesting, and there's a lot of twists.
It sounds interesting. I don't have Netflix because I have.
Is an
Amazon
Amazon
Video.
Is an Amazon kid.
I don't have an Amazon link, but if I did, it'd be in the description. But yeah, glitch, interesting.
So I'm gonna say
In like kind of not TV but still TV related information, news, whatever. Yeah, there was a new poetry book thing about Doctor Who released, and as anyone will know that watches my channel or just knows me, like in person, like would know, I love Doctor Who, and though I haven't bought the book, I have like been really focused on one huge reveal that has been made, which is that Harriet Jones, former Prime Minister, even. Yes, we know who you are. Which, like, Aiden will have no clue what I'm on about, but, you know. Anyone that watches Doctor Who will understand what I'm on about. Yes, she survived in the stupidest way imaginable. Where... Do you actually know how she survived?
No.
Do you even know what she survived?
No. I don't know anything about
So,
Doctor Who.
fair enough. In a Dalek episode...
Yeah, I know what they are.
Which I can't remember the name of the actual episode off the top of my head. It's a 2-part. It has Davros in it. Blah 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 blah. It's the taking over the world with stuff. But yeah, Torchwood and Sarah Jane and Harriet Jones and Martha, all have this like online link so they can communicate to try and get rid of the Daleks by calling the Doctor. And, yeah, Harriet Jones is stopped from doing that when 2 Daleks break into a home. And She tells them Harriet Jones, former Prime Minister, and the Daleks say, yes, we know who you are. Because that is such a stupid joke. But, yeah. And then she passes on the, like, whole, like, communications over to Torchwood, and then her screen fizzles out with the sound of a Dalek blast. So presumably she's dead by a Dalek, because...
So she wouldn't have survived.
Yeah. But then in this poem book that's actually been illustrated by Russell T Davies, who did that episode and created that character, it shows that she drops down a trapdoor, like, right next to her desk, gets onto a motorbike, and drives away.
Oh.
Away from these Daleks.
Oh my lord. Who is a trapdoor? First of all, who is a trapdoor next to their desk? I don't even have a desk. What, so she just landed on the motorbike?
Yes, and drove away.
Do you want she broke her legs or like...
I don't know. It doesn't look like that big of a drop. But, like, it's the stupidest thing ever. And the thing is, the news that it was going to reveal how she survived that attack, like, came out before any other information about the book. So everyone was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good. It'll show that she, like, is actually useful as a character." You know, people were like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. We're actually gonna have, like, a character find a way to defeat Daleks." But no, she doesn't defeat Daleks. She just runs away on a motorbike in the most implausible way possible. And yeah, it really annoys me.
I can tell that.
This entire thing just really annoys me.
You're breathing faster. You're annoyed.
Oh god. But yeah, I was gonna make a video on it, a fast track video, and I was just like, I don't care enough, and nor does anybody else that, like, would watch the video. So yeah, you get it on this instead. You get a 5-minute section just on Harriet Jones surviving Daleks.
So basically, this podcast is Pokemon
and Harriet Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. To be fair, in gaming, I could have covered the new Pokemon games. Stop knocking the camera. Stop knocking everything. Right.
Sports.
Yeah. Which I don't know anything about. I haven't even researched.
Right, so this...
Because, can I just say, originally, it was supposed to be Lewis doing this, and Aidan would be the one who had a clue what he's on about.
Yeah, Lewis is the sports guy.
Yeah.
So my knowledge of this is less than Lewis's.
Aidan's been up all night researching all this information. So
by that it means 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I did 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, England put a team out against Germany that was extremely... I won't say bad, but young. So to give them all experience after we've already qualified for the World Cup. Which I agree with, to give a lot of other youngsters a chance to break into the team. But let's just say it wasn't the most exciting game, as it was 0-0 against Germany. Which is, against Germany isn't that bad to draw against Germany.
Yeah.
But the youngsters didn't... Yeah. The youngsters didn't really take the chance to shine, if you get what I mean. Like players like Tammy Abraham up front.
I'll be honest, I was rooting for the Germans to win.
Yeah, but you're weird like that. I like it. So yeah, that's all we'll say on England. David Moyes, isn't it? David Moyes.
I don't know. You've got the notes for this bit.
Well, let's just say Moyes has got a short-term contract with West Ham to try and keep them in the Premier League. It's weird because David Moyes is not a manager you'd relate to.
Being successful.
You could say that, but even West Ham's like way of playing football. So the reason why he's on a short term might just be they want him to get him like
English, Aidan.
They might want him just to make them stay up or help them stay up.
Yeah.
And then next year find a manager that will play their type of football. Because I find it strange that put him on a short term contract if they wasn't planning for... I don't know.
They were not.
They were not planning for... I don't English. And then this shook pretty much Northern Ireland. The penalty against was it? I forgot against, but you know what I'm on about. It was not a handball. We could all tell that it wasn't a handball, but the fact that they won that game, and because of the penalty that the ref gave, the Northern Ireland got a game away to try and get it back, which has put Northern Ireland in a really bad place for a result that they shouldn't have even had. Which brings me to a point about referees, right? Don't get me ranting about these referees. As you know, some people might not know, Rotherham played Doncaster the weekend, right? Apart from fights and stuff like the normal game, there's 2 penalty shouts for Doncaster, which I think pretty obvious, and then we technically had a goal because the whole of the ball crossed the line. So what I'm saying is, I think all sports should just have an action replay thing, like either tennis when you can get challenges, you can challenge it and not say in or out, or foul or no foul, or just an instant replay for the referee to like double check on his decision, because it would make the sport much more fair.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't affect results. What?
No, I'm just thinking about the fact that I've said like nothing Philos like because I have no clue what most of the stuff you're on about is actually like
On about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll move on to my subject anyway now. Big old theme parks for those screaming adrenaline junkies. I completely forgot the word that I was going to say then.
You're having a problem today, aren't you?
I'm having English problems. I might as well... It's Germany! That's what it is. Germany drawing with England has put them Germany.
But before that, anyway, today's episode is sponsored by a little service called Grammarly. They help you to spell. And, yeah, Aiden hasn't been using it even though we're sponsored by them. But, yeah, use code. We don't actually have one because this is a fake ad. for 25% off.
Yeah, use Grammarly if you don't want to speak like me. What? That doesn't even make sense itself, so...
Now you can have the same results as Aiden.
Anyway, theme parks. Right, so Scarefest, Alton Towers. I went. Thomas didn't go, even though he was invited. He had plans with his mummy and daddy.
Grandparents.
His mummy and daddy of his mummy and daddy.
Sure.
So the Scarefest this year was really good. The only maze we didn't do was the Welcoming, which is the new one. But there's really mixed reviews. Some people came out crying, which we saw. But then some people said it was probably the worst maze I've ever been in Alton Towers. So I don't quite know what's going on there. Maybe it's just a very specific fear. They also removed the little scare zones that were around Alton Towers. So
That's pathetic.
They kept.
You were terrible anyway last year.
Well, they got rid of the zombie one near Nemesis.
Are you kidding me? That's the only one that was left last time, other than the clown one.
And then the one that should have been down around the 13, I don't know what. But then they updated the clown one. So there were more clowns, there were more stages and stuff. Which you
can check all this out in both Aiden's and Lewis's vlogs.
Go and check out my vlog.
Actually, did Lewis even do a vlog on it?
It did.
Okay.
Just, it weren't very long.
Okay.
And then...
I did the best vlog. I didn't have one.
Yeah, the mazes. There were 3 different mazes.
They were amazing.
Oh, God. Lewis said that all day. Can I just say? There was the subspecies, which was my favourite. That scared you because you were put alone in dark. You didn't know what on earth was going on. So you're all split up as well. The second one was the Terror of the Towers, where you had to do the conga through it all.
That sounds fun.
You had to like put your hands on some randomer's shoulders and walk around like that. Pretty much. That one was more jump scary.
Yeah.
And
like you'd walk through a door and then suddenly the person that you've had your hands on the shoulders of would suddenly be a zombie.
But because of the smoke effects, you couldn't even see the person in front of you. So you could feel them, but you couldn't see them, which was extremely weird.
It was pretty much a case of they needed you to do that so you don't get lost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the Mine Toes, the Tale of the Skin Snatchers.
Sounds like a lovely children's story.
It is. It's a great story.
Was that the CBeebies maze?
You go through this maze. You walk in a line this time, but only 3 people had lights on their helmets, which was kind of weird. You kind of rely on them to know where you're going.
Yeah.
And it was stuff like they'd feel your skin and judge your skin so they could snatch it. They're all wearing masks that look like other people's skins just sewn together.
And they said that your skin was terrible. It was rough and dry.
I'm ugly, and he warned me not to touch your sister.
Well, I mean, that's just good advice, generally.
That's what he said. Anyway, SW8 Alton Towers, staying with Alton Towers, is complete. All they're gonna the actual.
So
track
Star Wars
structure.
Episode 8 is coming out this year. It actually is. I forgot to mention that.
Anyway, the whole structure's built, the station's built. All you've got to do now is put the metal railing on it. The run-ins.
Part.
The run-ins, not really.
Oh.
Is
I
it?
thought you said railing. I thought you meant railing as in rails, not railing as in handrails.
And then obviously the mechanical stuff, like the chain lift and brakes and all the stuff
most
that keep you
important
alive, or
The
even
most
allow it on
important
the
bit.
ride. And it is now called the release name called the Wicker Man. So make that as real.
So what? Wait, I was kind of right. I was saying that it's to do with like wood and.
Well, yeah, it's a wooden coaster, Thomas.
Well,
Like, you didn't have to be a genius.
No, as in with the wording, it was like going to be to do with like outdoor like work stuff, like lumberjack and stuff, like manual labour sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so
but I think
Wicker Man kind of works for that.
I think there's kind of a supernatural tone to
obviously
it.
it's Wicker
Because,
Man, not the bees.
What?
Have you not seen that?
No.
film? Have you not seen
No.
Wicker Man?
Anyway, they haven't released any of the
It's got
theme.
Nicolas Cage in it, mate. Like,
They
classic.
haven't released any of the theme, so everyone's talking about the releasing the theme in about February to build the hype up for the new season, when it should be ready on opening.
That's a first.
That is a first.
I mean, Smiler tried to do that. It failed miserably.
I went by a month and a half. It was delayed by.
Didn't it it technically did open day one, but then it had so many issues immediately off the bat that it had to just close for a month. It was like a month and a half, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was open technically.
The others were more like a week or something, which you can forgive.
Yeah.
And
Smiler's
then
had a lot of issues.
moving on to the next coaster for next year, Icon at Blackpool.
Named by Kanye West.
You know, you just like to just make references that not everyone's gonna know.
I'm making references to vlogs that we've made in the past.
Yeah.
Continuously. That's what I do.
So the track has now started to be delivered to Blackpool. So over the close season, it's just gonna be erected, which is a funny word.
Such a child.
But yeah, so now they're just starting to put it together. Like that's all they need to do because it's not a wooden coaster. It doesn't take all season to put together.
Yeah.
They're just gonna do it over the winter season, especially with Blackpool. Getting into Blackpool, like the Pleasure Beach, is gonna be such a hard task because they all how close everything is together.
Yeah.
Whereas Alton Towers has loads of space. But that's the end of my section.
So, we would have some sort of like intro to this, but yeah, it's going to be a very short one this time because of the fact we don't have Lewis. So
Yeah.
so this is a section we like to call "What You're Doing," where we basically just talk about what we've been watching, reading, playing, what we've been involved in. That's like a cultural thing, I suppose. So why don't you start, even though you don't have anything planned for this?
Well, basically, as I've already said, I've been watching Glitch and the new series of Z Nation. A lower budget Walking Dead, if anyone wants to know what that is.
Zombie Nation. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, I ain't really doing out apart from homework. Like that's how good my life is right now.
I was expecting you to do a lot more detail into what you've been doing, but
I haven't been really doing anything.
So what I've been doing is even sadder than what Aiden's been doing. So I've been slowly making my way through the Dan Schneiderverse, the Dan Warp series of shows. So basically during the half-term holidays, I began watching iCarly, which is a great show. I would recommend. But yeah, so I originally was just watching a few episodes because I just finished watching a horror marathon, and I was just like, I don't want to like. I want to be able to sleep tonight, so I just started watching something like that was like innocent. And yeah, iCarly was there, so I just watched that. And yeah, 6 seasons later, I've now started Sam and Cat. Actually, no, I've finished Sam and Cat, and I don't know what to start next. I don't know whether I'm going to start Drake and Josh. I've got a few choices actually. I've got Drake and Josh, Victorious. I might end up watching Zoe 101 though. I'm not really a fan of that one. Or there's always I think is it Jack Danger? I forgot what the actual name of it is.
You've got to go with Drake and Josh, mate.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go with Drake and Josh, and then probably go back to Victorious. That's probably my plan. But yeah, basically the reason why I'm doing this is in the end I'm probably going to be doing some sort of like ultimate like fast track of the Dan Warp shows. Like, which won't be a fast track at all, but like, you know, I'm hoping that can become something, because I tweeted it out I think like 3 or 4 days ago that like Dan Warp, Dan Schneider, whatever, he's probably he's probably made some of my favourite TV shows ever.
Yeah.
Because of Drake and Josh, Victorious, and iCarly.
They're all great shows.
Yeah. You only watch really iCarly, Drake and Josh, so out of all of them.
Yeah, but I've seen Victorious and stuff.
Yeah, you have seen Victorious. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just like.
But
You watched Drake and Josh just as I did, and then when it came to iCarly, you watched it because you were forced to.
can we talk about the barn dance that you were involved in?
No. We can't.
You had pie and peas.
I don't have peas because I don't like peas.
You like peas?
No, I don't.
Not mushy or normal peas or both?
I don't like any.
Wow.
I don't mind mushy peas. This is not going off on a tangent, but we might as well. We've got time. When it comes to mushy peas, they're fine with fish and chips, but anything else I don't like them. And like garden peas, I don't like. I will like have them, but I don't like them.
Well, welcome to the food section of this.
Yeah, apparently we've got a food section. So what have you been eating recently?
Can I just ask one thing, right?
Yeah.
What is the actual point of eating sweet corn? Because you poop it out. Like, you don't even digest it. So why do we eat it?
And that's our question of the month. Please comment below on your thoughts on why do we eat sweet corn. I don't even like sweet corn. Like, I'll have it on tuna pizza, but only tuna.
But it's the most pointless thing ever, and I don't.
I agree with you. We don't get anything out of eating sweet corn other than, I guess it kind of tastes nice, but I don't really like it.
It fills you up.
It doesn't though. Like, there's no point just I agree. you've like properly just we should ever eat sweet corn.
Anyway, comment your answers.
Yeah.
Or tweet it
Tweet us, yeah. Twitters are on screen. Our at tags. Probably the one for Lewis as well will be on screen.
He's putting brown for poo brown because he's not here.
Let's put a poo emoji.
I got to point to the Rotherham thing. I dissed myself.
Can I just say the fact that we don't even have the like. We may be recording our faces currently, but they're not going to see any of that. So you're like pointing at stuff every once in a while. Like, no one's going to see that. But yeah, I feel like this is a really short episode. I think it's a bit. It might be shorter than the first one.
Like it is. I think.
Before we change the name, so.
Well.
Yeah.
It's because Lewis in here.
Yeah. With Lewis, we'll probably be talking for like hours.
Next, we'll probably just start eating us, and we'll be like,
The thing is, it will work a lot better. So I guess use the final like however long just to talk about this podcast in general. Because no one's going to have actually reached this point, so might as well talk about stuff that just boosts the time up. What the hell? That's your phone. I'm just going to leave that. Yeah. So this is basically going to be a hopefully monthly podcast. Aiden's going to answer his phone probably. Okay.
I'm making this up vibrate.
So. It's basically going to be me, Aiden, and Lewis. Though it's possible we could have other people. Like, you never know. We might have We might have like guest stars, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
And it is essentially just going to be we discuss media stuff, pop culture stuff.
And what they're getting up to, if they're interesting.
Yeah.
We need to get like big little T down here.
Yeah, we need. I can call in a few favours off Eminem, so we can get him in at some point. I'm sure.
Get KSI on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, after I made that diss track on all of them, both Jake Paul and KSI have emailed me basically asking to be on this podcast. So
We should get Joe Weller and KSI on the same show.
Yeah, this is going to be the show that has the fight, the fight that everybody wanted. But yeah, so I say, it's going to be very much just a media thing. Which, if you don't like the fact that we sound bored as out, I'm sure it'll get better. And the whole idea is that I'm going to be the person that, other than the sport bit, I'm going to know the most. Then Aiden's going to have done a bit of research just to understand everything, and Lewis is going to go in blind for most of the things we talk about.
Right, I'll give you like 3 different opinions of everything.
Yeah. Just 3 different outlooks on what stuff is. And yeah, hopefully everybody enjoys that, or at least one person enjoys that, because otherwise that's the second time that Talk Podcast has gone nowhere. But
even though Talk now makes more sense with Lewis.
Yeah. TAWK though was interesting. It was an interesting name. But TALK. That works.
Anyway.
Like, it saved us having to think of an interesting name, though, just calling it Talk, so, you know. Yeah, subscribe to Team GM so you can actually watch these podcasts if you're interested.
The vlogs and then the...
Updates. So, also, subscribe to me and Aiden as well, as I'm sure I'll put Lewis in the description. Then again, I think everybody is in the actual description of these videos, so yeah, should be fine. Just if you're wanting to look at the channel list, just look in the description or look on the actual channel, and yeah, there's not really anything else to say. Like, subscribe, comment what you think
about sweet corn.
About sweet corn
or anything we've discussed today.
Yeah, just tell us what you think generally about things. We don't just comment. We need comments, mate.
Or give us something to talk about.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We might end up having a section where we talk about comments. So yeah, continue to comment about McDonald's, like some people keep doing on Aiden's videos, because that gives us something to talk about. But yeah, I don't have an outro written or even thought about for our podcast.
Well,
so
we have been talking for 38 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's as much talking
as we can muster right now. So.
In a podcast, so...
So without further ado, that's it from me.
And me.
And Lewis if he was here. And yeah, without further ado...
Keep talking.
Bye!